But yeah, so the possibilities are just limitless. I'm going to start looking up super cool Chao. Oh, by the way, I'm making Shadow actually look like Shadow now. But I'm going to start looking up super cool combinations and things like that. Probably, I don't know if Chao Island has it to where I can preview any style Chao, but I'm going to look up like just combinations in general, things overall on how Chao come out looking. Like here, I know for the most part, that's how much I've looked into this, how much I've read up on this, how much I've actually played Chao Garden myself. I know for the most part what almost any Chao combination looks like. I mean, hero power, hero power running, neutral power flying, fucking dark swimming flying, like just the combinations of Chao once they get to the second evolutionary state is huge, but I almost have most of them memorized, which is how insane. It's just how much I've played this game. But no, just to kind of reiterate what happened earlier, it's probably going to get cut up into two parts. Just to kind of reiterate what happened earlier. I went to the market, and the best egg that they had was a shiny orange egg, and I don't want a shiny orange egg right now. I don't know necessarily what color I'm looking for, I don't think, but I know it's not shiny orange. So I went back and I did a mission to get Chao drives to make Shadow look more like Shadow, because I'm feeding him more running drives now because he's getting to his second evolutionary state. And as you can see, his spikes have more point to him now than they did earlier. His colors are getting more red, but they're not all the way there yet. And I'm trying to work on that with him by giving him a bunch of these running drives, because he's hit the point in second evolutionary state. And I know I've explained this before, but a Chao evolves the first time around, and if you remember when Shadow evolved the first time around, he looked like he does now, kind of. His spikes weren't as pointy, and they were also green instead of red. As he got older, his spikes kind of turned to a yellowish, yellowish-orange, because I was giving him a bunch of fruit, and he was becoming stamina-based, because after another few years of Chao years, they get into their second evolutionary state, where they can change again to another form, and that's where Shadow is now. And he finally hit the whole thing. He was only kind of halfway there before, so I tried this before with him, and he was only kind of halfway there, but now he's all the way there. Gave him a bunch of running drives, and now he actually looks like Shadow, which is hence the name Shadow that we gave him. I'm sure my dog's freaking out outside the door. My dog's name is Shadow. I named the Chao before I got my dog, but he hears me saying his name over and over again. That's funny. But he's outside the door, like wondering what's going on. Sky, not now. Oh, Trillbird. But yeah, so anyways, back to explain what I was doing. I looked for a shiny orange egg, or no, I looked at the black market and I found a shiny orange egg, but I didn't want a shiny orange egg. So I left, and I plan on going back later, and I think any minute now, I don't know what I'm doing exactly, but any minute now I'm going to run back to the black market and check and see if there's an egg worth my time there. And I'm pretty sure there's not going to be an egg worth my time there, and then I'm going to end up cutting. And when I do end up cutting, I'm going to do another ring run, which I can skip out of that. I'm sure I talked through that and explained all my plans and stuff. I talk a lot slower when I'm actually playing the game myself, because I'm like thinking everything out and whatnot. My voice is killing me. I've only been talking for like a half hour. My voice is destroying me. I don't know. I streamed a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Last night. But yeah, let me see what's going on here. I don't know what. Oh, I'm feeding the shit. Okay, no. All right, I got my bags. I'm making a lap. I always make a lap and feed everybody as much as I can before I leave. But if Shadow's in his second evolutionary state, that means Soul's about there too. And I really like the way Soul looks. Look at Soul's colors right now. The purple, the blue, the white. Soul is a really, really pretty Chao. And I've been ignoring him a lot because I don't know what I want to do with him in his second evolutionary state yet. Because I believe he's a hero of flying. And I can make him hero flying. I can make him hero flying running, hero flying swimming. There's so many combinations. I'm relatively certain hero flying stamina doesn't look very good. So if I keep feeding him fruits and not giving him anything else, he's just going to become hero flying stamina, which is meh. By the way, Shadow's fast as fuck now. Look at that. You see how his bar, you see his experience meter? There's yellow. And then after you fill up the yellow meter, after you hit 1,000 points, it fills up the yellow meter with level ups. And then after you get to 2,000, he's at 2,029 right now if you rewind and see. It laps over and it starts filling up again. He's currently at 2,029 points, but he's starting his own red meter. And I think there's one past the red meter, but it's near impossible to get to. I might be wrong on that. Shadow's level 70 right now. I want to say it's possible. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I want to say. excuse me, I want to say it's possible to go just a tad past the red meter, but I don't remember. Because if he's at level 70 now, he's got 30 levels left. Take a few levels. He's got a little under 30 levels left. But to be fair, he started with about he started, oh my god, what am I trying to say? Oh, he started with an A rank, not an S rank. And if he would have started with an S rank, because that's like, I probably got him to level 5 or 10 with an A rank instead of an S rank. A few higher rolls. He could be a little higher right now. I don't know. Maybe you'd have to get lucky with those. I don't know if it's possible to loop over a third time. It might not be possible, even with killer combinations, given like math and whatnot. So I don't know why I saved and quit there. Oh wait, maybe I do. I saved and quit because I wanted to save all my Chao stats. And if I go buy this egg right now, if there's an egg in there that I like, I remember what I was doing, yeah. If there's an egg in there that I like, but I don't like its stats, I wanted to be able to turn my game off and not lose all my progress. So I saved and quit there to save me turning Shadow into Shadow, giving all those running drives and feeding Soul and everything like that. But I saved and quit here because, yeah, if there's an egg color that I like in the black market right now, but I buy it and its stats are garbage, then I want to be able to turn my game off so that way it resets me buying the egg. I didn't buy the egg, I didn't lose my rings, I didn't have to deal with its garbage stats. But after I do this, it occurs to me that doesn't really matter because I'm going to be breeding it with Jeebus anyway, and Jeebus is going to have an extreme... Hey, shiny blue egg! And Jeebus is going to have a fucking shit brown egg. Why is a shit brown egg an option? So yeah, we buy the shiny blue egg for 5,000, which is almost all my rings. I actually need to ring grind again to make sure I have enough rings, because I like when I do the City Escape ring grind, I can only get 999 rings per grind. There's actually a glitch you can do for rings by selling an item that you have in the garden already. It's a whole lot easier to do on GameCube because it requires resetting, and for the GameCube you just push the reset button, and for the PlayStation it's precise timing, so your only option is to push the power button and turn the PlayStation off right when you need to, and then turn it back on and make the whole PlayStation boot up again, whereas the GameCube would just auto reset. But no, after I hatch this egg, I'm pretty sure what happens here is I hatch this egg and then I decide I don't like its stats and I reset, but then the thought occurs to me that, oh my god, this guy's going crazy right now. Then the thought occurs to me that it doesn't matter what this Chao's grades are. It's really pretty. Look at that. That's a shiny blue egg. That's really pretty. He's got the happy eyes, but no face. But these are the Chao. This is what we have to work with now. There's so many combinations, so many possibilities. I like making light colors turn into dark Chao and dark colors turn into hero Chao and just all these other things that are really, really cool with these combinations. I'm excited to do this. But yeah, hold on. I do not know what that bird's problem is today. But yeah, so I check him out now, and I decide that I don't like his grades, and then I reset my PlayStation. You'll see that coming up here. But then it occurs to me after that it doesn't matter what his grades are. His grades could be all E's for all that matters. It helps if he has at least 1 or 2 good grades, but I plan on breeding him with Jeebus anyway, and Jeebus grades are going to influence him really well. So this one would have been a good one to stick with because he has an A in power and a B in swimming. And that's enough to get by. If that A in power and B in swimming carries over, then I just need Jeebus to fill the gaps on flying, running, and maybe stamina. Which Jeebus' stamina grade is actually a B, so that's whatever. But yeah, I just need Jeebus to fill the gaps on 3 grades, which is entirely possible, all things considered. But I didn't take that into account at this time. I wanted a Chao with decent grades across the board, so I ended up quitting my game here. And then what's going to happen now is I'm going to load the game back up and then go for a ring run. Because if I load the game back up and get back into the black market, there's a decent chance that they'll still have the sky blue egg. Which might still spit bad stats, but I think I went ahead and I did the ring run here instead because I wanted to have enough rings in case a better egg came up. Because if like a shiny lime green or a shiny sky blue egg were to pop up, I think those exist. I really hope those exist. I've been talking about them a lot. But if a shiny lime green or if a shiny sky blue egg were to pop up, I wouldn't have the amount of rings necessary for it right now, and that would suck. So I go on a ring run here when I load the game up. So I'm actually going to cut until the end here. I'm just going to skip the ring run here. Well, I'll let you guys see it. I'm going to pull up City Escape and start doing it. As you can see, I've now put 33 hours into my file. I have 134 emblems, so I must have been going for 140. 140 emblems required in order to get the shiny black egg. Actually, I'm going to leave this in for a little bit because there's another thing I haven't talked about. I might have talked about it in past parts. I do Chao Garden every couple weeks, so forgive me if I forget what I said 2, 3, 4 sessions ago. 4 sessions ago was like 8 months ago now. But forgive me if I forget what I said 2, 3, 4 sessions ago. Or if I repeat myself a lot if you're watching this all in one spurt. But there is another set of Chao that we actually don't have access to. There's Jewel Chao. And I think there's one other type of Chao, but nothing's rolling off the top of my tongue. But mainly Jewel Chao are a certain type of Chao that you can actually only get if you have the Game Boy version of Chao Garden, and it has like a teeny Chao Garden, but it's like Sonic Adventure DX or something like that on Game Boy Advance. And what you would do, and obviously I can't do that with a PlayStation. What you would do is you would hook your Game Boy Advance to. All right, so there was lime green, shiny orange, no luck there, and that's what makes me decide to go for this ring run because I don't want a shiny lime green would be cool. But that was just regular lime green, and I don't want a shiny orange because that's just not what I'm looking for right now. But no, there are Jewel type Chao only available in the Sonic Game Boy Advance game. And what you would do is you would get the Jewel Chao or buy the Jewel Chao or whatever in your Sonic Game Boy Advance game, and from there you could transfer it to your actual GameCube Sonic Adventure 2 game. And that was how you acquired Jewel Chao. Unfortunately, I did a lot of digging to see if maybe they patched it when they ported it over to PlayStation. Maybe they patched it to where after a certain number of emblems you could buy Jewel Chao in the black market or something like that, but unfortunately I think it was just pretty much a straight port. I don't think they did much other than patch a glitch or two here and there, unfortunately. But yeah, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to acquire Jewel Chao. Another style Chao is if you've seen the battles where I faced like the gold and silver Chao. And then I think there's like a black style Chao called Onyx. It's not shiny black, it's something else, but it looks kind of like shiny black. It's like Onyx or some shit like that. There's a certain array of Chao, like a certain group of Chao that you just cannot get without that. And I don't believe there's a way to get it on the actual ports, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm doing the ring run now, so I'm going to go ahead and cut until I get to the last little bit here. So we'll see you guys there. Alright, we're back with the last little bit here. I don't know what I do. I think oh, no, wait, no, we go check on the egg. So did I get another egg that I want, is the question. And honestly, I do not remember if I pull an egg that I plan on using here or not. It'll be interesting. If I feel like if it sounds like I'm waving in and out when I talk, I'm rocking back and forth in my chair, so my apologies. I don't have my mic sensitivity up as much as I would like it to be. And no, we got skunked. We got skunked in the selecting an egg process, unfortunately. But I think that is what we're going to base the next session around. I know not a lot happened here. I was in a rush, so this session was short anyway. I usually record for about an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, maybe 3 sometimes if I'm feeling it. But I only got 45 minutes out because, like I said, I was prepping for California real hard during this time, so I wanted to squeak out a really quick Chao Garden session, so that way I had 3 parts to put up for you guys while I was gone in California, and then maybe when I got back. And like I said, unfortunately, that didn't pan out, and then the whole YouTube thing. But I say but way too often. I've brought attention to it now. You guys are going to notice it all the time if you hadn't already. I've got Shadow in the normal guard now because he looks like Shadow, so I want him to stop aging, because if he ages too much further past his second evolution, he'll reincarnate, which I really like the way he looks now, and I spent a lot of time getting him to look like that, so I don't want him to reincarnate. I want him to stay exactly where he is, preferably. I have no idea what I'm doing. Am I going to see how fast Shadow can run? Oh, this is beautiful. Yeah, we did. Did we do a Chao race? Do I do the running Chao race with Shadow? What the hell's wrong with me? Which one is this? Oh, it's that one, right? It's the Peridot. Key to winning is running. Okay, cool. Yeah, I forgot about this. So we do the running race with Shadow, and the reason this is okay, we're doing the hardest running race in the entire game with Shadow, and even though Shadow's stats and everything else that isn't running sucks ass, because this race is only running, there's nothing else. There's no flying, not that would really matter, but there's no swimming, there's no climbing, there's nothing based on power in this level. It's just running. It's just straight running. Shadow's obviously got enough stamina because he's been alive long enough for me to feed him a shitload, and then his running stat is incredibly high. Like he said, he's got over 2,000 running, and he's level 70 in running. And again, look at how hard this race is. Like, Shadow is level 70 in running. And I get that this is the hardest race in the game, but you gotta remember, Shadow has had an S rank in running for most of his life. Yeah, had an S rank in running for most of his life, an A rank before that, so he's getting good rolls. Every time he levels up a good amount of points because of the A and S ranks. that he had in running, or that he has in running. And he's still about to lose this race. It might actually be impossible. If you have a Chao with an E grade in running, if you just have a Chao with an E grade in running, which would suck, but if you don't know any better, like if it's your first time playing through, you haven't seen my playthrough, none of this has been explained to you, you're just trying to have fun, play some Chao Garden on your first time. You know, like your first time you played Pokemon, you didn't really know how it worked, but you did it anyway, and it was awesome. If you have a Chao with an E grade in running, it might actually be impossible to beat this race. Because it doesn't matter if he's level 99. A level 99 in running Chao isn't going to be as good at running at level 99 if he has an E grade as a Chao that's level fucking 70, 80 with A and S ranks. That's just how it works. That's just how low a roll you get in E grade. We ended up winning that one fairly easily. He beat Booby's record by 4 seconds. 3 seconds, really. Well, yeah, 4 seconds. He beat Booby's record by almost 4 seconds. Which is a pretty good time, and he had a bunch of stamina left, and we had stamina left at the end of below, but he kept with the guy really well. But yeah, that was a little Shadow race. Gave you a little bit of action there at the end, so that didn't do anything, but that's just how fast Shadow is. He's faster. He's faster than Boobies. He's faster than Boobies, and he would lose any other race ever to Boobies because Boobies is way better in everything else than he is. But he's got him in running. I'm talking over black screen now, but that's going to go ahead and wrap up the Chao Garden session, guys. Next time we will be back. It will be normal Chao Garden. I'll be live. My audio won't get corrupted, hopefully. It was a computer crash error, so it shouldn't be a reoccurring thing. But yeah, that's going to wrap up for me today, guys. I want to thank you guys for coming out. I hope you guys enjoyed Chao Garden. Like I said, it's not going anywhere. It's here to stay. I just had some stuff to deal with. But I'm Thundershot, and I'm out. Peace, guys.